Welcome everyone to another video, and Summer Cup is back in the Gold Battle League for the second time around this season. So it has been quite a while since it has come up, and there will be some updates to the meta, of course, as people innovate their teams, and that is where I come in as well with an innovation of my own, with Jellicent in the lead, with Double Grass in the back, with Cradily as a swap, and Virizion as our closer. So if you look at our Virizion, instead of using Leaf Blade, we will use Stone Edge just for a better coverage against other grass types that you might see, such as Venusaur that would otherwise resist both Sacred Sword and Leaf Blade, as well as a super effective move against the fire types that you might occasionally see in the end game. So with that, of course, this team, as you can see, has a glaring flaw in the form of Pidgeot, but I don't think that many people will be running Pidgeot because you will need level 50 with Best Buddy just to even stand a chance with it. But otherwise, you do have play against most of the field. So going into the first battle, we have here a Roserade in the lead. We of course going to stay in because Roserade does have Weather Ball for our Cradily and Virizion, so we are going to shield it and hopefully get to Surf as well as a Shadow Ball against this Roserade. Unfortunately, they do catch this onto their Tentacruel, which is very good because we do not want to see Tentacruel in the back. Of course, we do have Cradily to go against the Roserade if needed, because Cradily does have that rock subtyping, which is very good against Weather Ball, and it does make it neutral instead of super effective. So here most probably are going to come back with the Roserade, and we are going to let our Jellicent go and come in with a Cradily and hopefully try to get them out of the way for our Virizion in the end game. Weather Ball does chunk because Roserade is quite a glass cannon, but we are going to throw this Rock Tomb just to debuff them just a little bit more and to make this a matchup a little bit more bearable, because as you can see here, Grass Knot does a ton of damage, which otherwise would have put us all the way down into like very low health. But in this case, because we already done most of the damage here against them, they will come in with a Swampert, and we immediately go for a Grass Knot, which they are not able to shield because they don't have any more shields, and take that game. So going into the second battle here, we do have a Jellicent mirror match, and this is going to be tough, but if we do get our shields right and our baits and right as well, and we throw Shadow Ball at the right timing, we will be able to win the matchup. Unfortunately, they do swap into a Fortress, which is still fine by us because we do not want our Fortress to go against Cradily, but here we don't mind as much with the Rock Tomb debuff, and we are going to, because we are going to swap out into our Cradily immediately once they come back in with their Jellicent, because we will have all that energy and we want it to be full attack mode once it comes back in. And they do have a Galvantula here in the back, which we will hopefully get to a second Rock Tomb if possible. Unfortunately, we do not, and we are going to come back in with our Virizion, because Jellicent will not like to take Discharge to the face. And here we are going to overfarm just a bit before throwing the Stone Edge. If we do connect, it means that we are going to be able to get this Jellicent in precarious position, where it's either they shield or they do not shield the Stone Edge, but also gamble on whether or not we have Leaf Blade in the back. And here they do not want to gamble on it. They know that the right thing is on the wall, and they will not shield it at all. And most probably the opponent decided to close the app immediately, and we're just going to Sacred Sword all the way down. So going into the third battle here, we have Venusaur in the lead. This is also one of the worst matchups that we can find besides the Pidgeot, because the poison typing does help it quite a lot versus our back line. But here, if we are able to land a Shadow Ball, it will be very massive, because now even Virizion with a Sacred Sword could do the necessary damage to take it out. And here they come back in with a Skeledirge, which is very good because now we are able to hopefully get the 2 Rock Tombs before they take us out. If they throw Shadow Ball, they will win this mid game, but they throw a Torch Song, so we are going to win the mid game here against them. And here they will come back in with a Jellicent, which is fine by us. We can throw the Grass Knot again. They don't shield, which I find incredibly amazing here, because now we are able to throw the Sacred Sword versus their Venusaur. And here we are going to come back in with a Jellicent and farm all the way up if possible. Oh wait, no, we actually let it go, and now we are going to farm it all the way down with Virizion, because we have not revealed our second charge move yet. So Leaf Blade is always a possibility, especially with that much energy. And they are going to top left. So GG's to the opponent here. We are going to be met with a Fortress in the lead, and they immediately swap into their Kingdra. We are going to get the Rock Tomb first, and we are most probably going to shield their first charge attack, because Outrage will still do a ton of damage versus Cradily. Of course, I do not want them to be in a position where they are able to farm us down and expose Virizion to the Fortress. So we are going to let them come back in with the Fortress and try to farm us down, but we don't mind because now we have the debuff on them, which will make the matchup against Jellicent bearable. And here they have a Drampa, which is very awkward for us because Drampa has Fly, which is double super effective versus our Virizion. Hopefully we are able to get to 3 Sacred Swords before they get to 2 Flies. And here the second one does go through and takes the second shield, and unfortunately we just missed the 3rd Sacred Sword on the charge attack priority. And here they do come back with the Fortress and throw Rock Tomb to debuff us, and they will come in with another charge move quite soon. And this at this moment, because of the debuff, we are not able to like farm them all the way down. And here I think is where I made a mistake, because I should have thrown immediately instead of going for another Hex, because now they are able to farm Dragon Breath us down, and that will be a good game. Going to the next battle, we have here a Virizion in the lead, hoping to catch their Leaf Blade onto our Cradily. Unfortunately, they did hold on longer, and now they will throw double Sacred Swords. Of course, we are going to debuff them with our Rock Tomb, but they made our opponent made another incredible catch with the Rock Tomb landing on the Skeledirge. Again, Torch Song will not be able to take us out, but this Rock Tomb will be able to take them out. And here they will decide to shield instead, and we are going to come back in with our Jellicent here. With them being debuffed, we don't care as much about the Shadow Ball damage, because now we are able to farm them just a bit more before throwing the Shadow Ball now against the Virizion. And now this will make it a little bit more bearable for our own Virizion in this matchup. And unfortunately, they do have Talonflame in the back. We are not going to throw on alignment because we know that they are able to get that damage through, and they did bait, which is good for us because now we are able to get to a Stone Edge with excess energy here, because Sacred Sword will be enough to get the Virizion out. And are we able to get to a Sacred Sword? We do, and we are going to take them out to win this game with a shield to spare. This of course is very, very tight for that game, but we managed to pull through. And here we met with another Virizion, and this time we do catch the charge move here, and it was a Sacred Sword. Somehow our opponent decided to throw the not effective charge move against our Jellicent, which paid dividend for them. And now we are going to be in a position where we are going to soft lose our Cradily, but it is fine because now we are going to come in with our Pokemon to hopefully farm them all the way down. We're going to come in with our Virizion most probably, because Jellicent will not like it one bit. And here we are going to double kick all the way down, farm up a ton of damage so that Stone Edge will be able to do a lot in the end game here. They come back in with a Skylar Dirge. We do have the energy lead, so we are going to throw the Shadow Ball immediately. And here the opponent is using Incinerate Skylar Dirge. We did meet a few Hex Skylar Dirge as well, and now they are going to throw another Shadow Ball against us to almost take us out, but they were a bit too greedy on the overfront potential, and here they just are not able to get it in. And here we are going to be met with a Tentacruel, which is bad news for us because Tentacruel here with access to Acid Spray can just debuff us once and just farm us all the way down, and we do not manage to turn that matchup around. So here we are met with a Bullet Seed Cradily. We are going, with our Acid Cradily to get the debuff first, but they immediately swap out into the Virizion. So it's a double grass type so far in this game. Could we be meeting up with a triple grass type Pokemon in this battle? But we will see whether that comes true, because now they are going to throw the charge move on a charge attack on a CAP tie, and they are able to get it through first. But it's okay, we are going to let this one fly through. Coming in with a Jellicent after they are debuffed is quite nice, because Leaf Blade will not be able to do that much damage. Even a second one will only take us down to half HP, which is good. Now we are going to throw the Shadow Ball against them. I think that one we just want the charge attack priority, and now we are going to shield their Rock Tomb and immediately go into the Virizion here, catch the next Rock Tomb against them, and hopefully try to flip switch here. And they do have a Lapras in the back, so Psywave going to be doing super effective damage against Virizion because of the fighting subtyping, but Sparkling Aria will not do much. And here they have Surf instead of Sparkling Aria, which would do even less than that. So here we do have a win con here, but we do have to switch back into our Jellicent to catch, which is fine by us because now they will be able to come back in with the Jellicent as well, just to reset the debuff, and that is what we wanted to do on our end. And here we do get to another Surf to take them out, or take the last shield out, which is very good because now one Sacred Sword is enough for the Lapras, and with only one attack debuff, they will still be enough to take them out. So yeah, that is it for this video. So of course there are a lot of rock paper scissors that you might encounter in this this format, but with proper team building you can always find a way around most of them. Of course no team is perfect, and this team is not perfect as well, but it does help me climb up the ranks just quite a bit for the first day, so hopefully it will benefit you as well. So that is the end of the video, and I'll see you in the next one.